I, for one, refuse to be told by a group of cowardly thugs who have been intimidating Canadians on the streets for the past 2.5 years, rolling fake body bags on the ground, fake blood on their hands, screaming the most vile stuff I've ever heard, with their masks fully covering their face like a bunch of cowards. I refuse to be told by these people that I am not allowed to criticize their theocratic religion in a democracy. Free speech is the fundamental pillar of Western civilization. I know you wouldn't know it based on the insane so-called hate speech laws that are attempting to be passed in Canada right now. But the pillar of our society, what differentiates Canada, the United States, Europe, from essentially every other society that's ever existed, is the fact that the peasants, the people, have the right to speak their mind, have a free tongue. We are seeing the absolute unraveling of free speech at a pace I don't think I've ever seen before. Bill C-8, C-9 are the most expansive, extreme free speech restrictions. They would allow the government the ability to cut your internet service off. You can't complain about it. They just reach out to Rogers, whoever it may be, and cut your service off, as well as expanding the definition of hate speech to anything that foments detestation or vilification. I will goddamn, if I please, criticize a religion that claims that the Archangel David went to some illiterate warlord peasant and gave him the final commands that absolutely must be followed, or else you are committing blasphemy against Allah. You can believe that shit if you want to. I will criticize any theocracy, any religion that's totalitarian in nature till the day that I die. And that's exactly what radical Islam is. It is a religion so far away from Canadian values. You think that these countries that these woke morons are out protesting for every day, you think that they share the values that you purport to share? What do you think his life is like for a gay man or gay woman in Palestine, you dummies? These people are literally thrown off buildings. They're lucky if they get lifetime prison sentences. In many cases, it's much worse. And why? Sharia law. They follow Sharia law. Of course, not all Muslims, but a large percentage of them believe that wherever they go, including in Canada, wake the hell up, Canada. Ottawa it's unbelievable. You walk around and there's more people with veils fully covering their head than not. This country has transformed so radically. You don't even know. You couldn't tell you were in Canada anymore. You'd think you were in the Middle East. These laws, Sharia law, is an authoritarian, extremist law. You think free speech exists in these countries? If you blaspheme against Allah in these Middle Eastern countries, in so-called Palestine, you get sentenced to death. Yes, I will fight tooth and nail. I will fight to the death against any religion that preaches these types of values. It just so happens that if it were in the 1930s, I'd be speaking against Christianity. Because we live today, undoubtedly in my mind, the most dangerous religion in the world is Islam. It's a younger religion. The statistics bear out. It's a more extremist religion. Yet in Canada, we continue to flood our country with extremists. And the worst thing is, at least in other countries now, I see police dealing with these daily protests of tens of thousands of goddamn people on their streets. In Canada, we roll out the red carpet and they're just welcome to intimidate Canadian citizens, shut our civilization down. It's disgusting. We have a traitorous government. Mark Carney and the Liberal Party of Canada are traitors. These woke ideologues are traitors. This jihadi woke alliance that you're seeing will break down. Don't get me wrong. Once the jihadis take control, once they get into strong enough positions of power, you're already seeing it in the UK, you're already seeing it in Sweden, you're already seeing it all over the world. They'll dispense of these. You think that these jihadis want to align with LGBT trans? They're almost so thick as it to be unbelievable that they say what they say. But do you know how these people would be treated if they were to go to Palestine and wave their trans flag? Are you kidding me? But they're useful idiots. They'll use them. These dysgenic, woke morons out protesting on our streets with Palestinians. And the most incredible thing is that Islam is a religion that makes very great claims for itself, incredible claims for itself. It's the only religion that claims to be the final revelations. That's why it's such a totalitarian religion. They are the final revelations. They cannot be quibbled with. They are definitive. They are the God's final message that must be followed. As I said, told to an illiterate warlord in Arabia, and somehow he managed to get it all down, and God only spoke Arabic. I'm not buying it, but do you want to go for sure? But they live in societies where you are literally not allowed to question the tenets of their religion. Oh, you think it's wrong that a woman is not allowed to leave the house without a male escort? You're sentenced to 10 years in prison. Is this the type of society that we want in Canada? And give it a rest with the Islamophobia bullshit. Are you kidding? I'm allowed to criticize any religion I want. That's a fundamental tenet of being a Canadian. Free speech. We are losing so quickly the pillars of our Western civilization, whether that be free speech, our sovereignty. The Liberal Party of Canada is going directly after the exact values that made this country so great. The exact values that made this country so great. Now, if you want to go out and criticize a goddamn religion, a lot of people need to live in fear, and this is not an anomaly. You look at Salman Rushdie. If you criticize Islam, many of these people have fatwas put against them, which is essentially saying that you'll pay out for somebody to murder them, and this is commonplace. And you're not allowed to criticize that. You're not allowed to criticize that. You're an Islamophobe. I'm sorry, but I'll criticize any goddamn theocratic religion that I damn well please. And being named called by a bunch of woke ideologues who are doing absolutely everything they can to divide and destroy this country means nothing. We have so many issues in Canada. We have a housing crisis. Houses have become more unaffordable every single year since Trudeau was elected in 2015. We have an estimated 70,000 Canadians in excess dying every year due to our overrun healthcare system. Safe supply, there's crack smokers all over the place. This country is becoming more and more communist, more and more down the tubes. Nuit Blanche, they're just criticizing the West out in the open at the very front of it. We have so many issues without importing hundreds of thousands of people from areas of the world that are antithetical to Western civilization. Yet they continue to insist on it. We as Canadians need to stand up and say enough is enough. I'm going to be launching a new political party. Stay tuned, because we need remigration more than anything. We need to stand up for Canadian values. The time is now. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel, join, become a member. Really appreciate everybody who joined. I'm going to try and shout out members in the future. Really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. If you're grab some gear, it's a great way to help get the Fight for Canada message out. If you're following on TikTok, make sure you're following YouTube, youtube.com/@FightForCanada2025. Patriotic Canadians need to stand up, say enough is enough, and I'll criticize this thuggery on our streets as much as I damn well please.